The Amazon waters filled with piranhas, life legends and survival in South America's most infamous river. Deep within the heart of South America flows a river system so vast, so alive, and so mysterious that it has captured human imagination for centuries, the mighty Amazon River. Stretching across Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and several other nations, this colossal waterway is home to the richest freshwater biodiversity on Earth. Among its most feared and misunderstood inhabitants is a fish that has become legendary worldwide, the piranha. The phrase, waters filled with piranhas, instantly evokes images of sharp teeth, frenzied feeding, and danger lurking beneath muddy currents. But how much of this reputation is truth? And how much is myth? To understand the reality of Amazon waters filled with piranhas, we must journey into the rainforest itself, into flooded forests, winding tributaries, and silent backwaters where life thrives in astonishing complexity. The living arteries of the Amazon basin. The Amazon River is not just one river. It is a sprawling network of tributaries, floodplains, lakes, and seasonally submerged forests. The Amazon basin covers approximately 7 million square kilometers, making it the largest drainage basin in the world. During the rainy season, water levels can rise more than 10 meters, flooding vast areas of forest. Trees become partially submerged, and fish swim among branches heavy with fruit. This seasonal transformation is essential for the survival of countless species, including piranhas. The murky brown waters of the Amazon are rich in nutrients carried from the Andes Mountains. These nutrients fuel plant growth and support complex food chains. From microscopic plankton to massive river dolphins, the ecosystem is intricately balanced. Within this living labyrinth, piranhas occupy a crucial ecological niche. Who are the piranhas? Piranhas belong to the family Serrasalmidae and are native exclusively to South American rivers. There are more than 30 species of piranha, though not all are aggressive carnivores as commonly believed. The most famous species is the red-bellied piranha, scientifically known as red-bellied piranha. With its silver body, powerful jaws, and distinctive reddish underside, it has become the poster fish for aquatic ferocity. Other species include the black piranha, Serrasalmus rhombeus, known for having one of the strongest bite forces relative to body size among fish. Piranhas typically measure between 20 to 35 centimeters in length, though some individuals grow larger. Their triangular, razor-sharp teeth interlock perfectly, forming a cutting tool capable of slicing through flesh with startling efficiency. But these physical traits do not tell the whole story. The myth of the feeding frenzy. Hollywood and adventure stories have long portrayed piranhas as mindless killing machines capable of stripping a large animal to bone within minutes. While piranhas can indeed feed aggressively under certain conditions, such depictions are largely exaggerated. In reality, piranhas are opportunistic omnivores. They feed on fish, alive or dead, insects, crustaceans, fruits, and seeds. Occasionally, small animals that fall into the water. Many species rely heavily on plant material during certain seasons. In flooded forests, piranhas often consume fruits and seeds, playing a role in seed dispersal. In this way, they contribute to forest regeneration. Attacks on humans are rare and usually occur during dry seasons when water levels drop and food becomes scarce. Even then, bites are often defensive rather than predatory. Survival in seasonal extremes. Life in Amazon waters is defined by dramatic seasonal changes. During the wet season, fish disperse into flooded forests where food is abundant. During the dry season, water levels shrink dramatically, concentrating fish into smaller channels and lakes. It is during these times that piranhas may appear more aggressive, as competition for resources intensifies. In shrinking pools, hundreds of fish may be trapped together. Under such stressful conditions, piranhas may feed in groups. This is where the image of a feeding frenzy has some basis in reality. However, group feeding is often a survival strategy rather than a sign of inherent savagery. Anatomy of a predator. The piranha's jaw structure is one of nature's most efficient designs. Each tooth is triangular and razor-edged. When one tooth breaks or falls out, it is quickly replaced, ensuring the fish always maintains a deadly bite. Unlike many fish, piranhas have a powerful lower jaw that protrudes slightly, giving them a mechanical advantage when biting. Studies have shown that black piranhas can exert bite forces exceeding 30 times their body weight, but physical strength alone does not define them. Piranhas rely heavily on their senses. Acute hearing detects splashing or vibrations. Sensitive lateral lines sense movement in the water. Sharp eyesight helps locate prey in murky conditions. In the dark, sediment-rich waters of the Amazon, these adaptations are essential. Predators of the piranha. Despite their fearsome reputation, piranhas are not at the top of the food chain. They are preyed upon by large catfish, river dolphins, caimans, giant river otters, large birds. One notable predator is the black caiman, scientifically known as black caiman, a powerful reptile capable of consuming large fish with ease. The giant otter Anperonura brasiliensis is another formidable hunter, often catching piranhas with remarkable agility. Thus, in Amazon waters, even the feared piranha must remain cautious. Indigenous knowledge and coexistence. For centuries, indigenous communities across the Amazon have coexisted with piranhas. To them, these fish are not monsters, but part of daily life. Local fishermen understand when and where piranhas are most active. They avoid swimming in certain areas during dry seasons and clean fish away from riverbanks to prevent attracting schools. In some regions, piranhas are an important food source. Their meat is firm and flavorful, often used in soups and stews. Traditional knowledge teaches respect rather than fear, a lesson often overlooked by outsiders. The role of piranhas in ecosystem health. Far from being destructive forces, piranhas play a vital role in maintaining ecological balance. They remove sick or weak fish from populations, clean up carrion, help control fish populations, contribute to nutrient cycling. By scavenging dead animals, piranhas prevent the spread of disease. In this way, they function as underwater sanitation workers. Their presence indicates a healthy, functioning ecosystem. The Amazon under threat? While piranhas have survived for millions of years, the Amazon itself faces unprecedented threats. Deforestation, mining, pollution, and dam construction are altering river systems. Mercury contamination from illegal gold mining is particularly damaging to aquatic life. Large-scale deforestation in countries like Brazil has led to sedimentation and habitat loss. Changes in water temperature and flow patterns disrupt breeding cycles. Climate change adds further pressure, intensifying droughts and floods. If the Amazon's waters change drastically, species like piranhas may struggle to adapt. Tourism and the piranha experience. In regions such as Manaus, tourists often participate in guided piranha fishing trips. Using simple rods and bait, visitors quickly learn that piranhas are abundant and responsive. Catching a piranha is often surprisingly easy. However, guides handle them carefully, demonstrating respect for their powerful bite. These tours provide income for local communities and raise awareness about Amazon conservation. Science and ongoing research. Modern researchers study piranhas to better understand bite mechanics, social behavior, acoustic communication, evolutionary relationships. Some species produce sounds, barks, grunts, and clicks when threatened. These sounds serve as warnings to other fish. Genetic studies reveal that piranhas are closely related to pacus, which are largely herbivorous. This connection highlights how dietary habits can evolve over time. Far from being simple predators, piranhas are biologically fascinating creatures. Fear versus reality. Why do piranhas inspire such intense fear? Part of the answer lies in human psychology. Sharp teeth and rapid feeding tap into primal fears. Stories grow larger with each retelling. Early explorers exaggerated tales of livestock being devoured. Media amplified these narratives. Over time, myth overshadowed reality. Yet, millions of people live along the Amazon and swim in its waters without incident. The real danger in the Amazon is not piranhas, it is environmental destruction. A symbol of the wild Amazon. Piranhas have become symbolic of the Amazon's untamed spirit. They represent nature's raw power and the delicate balance of life and death. In truth, they are neither villains nor heroes. They are survivors. In waters thick with sediment and life. In flooded forests echoing with bird calls. In hidden lagoons where sunlight filters through leaves. Piranhas continue their ancient rhythm. They hunt, they scavenge, they reproduce, they adapt, and in doing so, they remind us that ecosystems are complex tapestries, not simple stories of good and evil. The Amazon waters filled with piranhas are not scenes from horror films. They are living ecosystems shaped by millions of years of evolution. Yes, piranhas possess powerful jaws and sharp teeth. Yes, they can feed aggressively under certain conditions. But they are also essential participants in one of the most diverse ecosystems on Earth. To truly understand Amazon waters, we must move beyond sensational myths and appreciate ecological truth. The next time we hear about rivers filled with piranhas, perhaps we should imagine something different, not terror, but balance, not chaos, but coexistence. In the vast breathing world of the Amazon rainforest, even the sharpest teeth have their place. Deep within the vast and mysterious wilderness of the Amazon rainforest, where dense green canopies block much of the sunlight and winding rivers carve through endless jungle, lives one of the world's most misunderstood creatures, the piranha. Often portrayed as ruthless, bloodthirsty killers, capable of stripping prey to bone within minutes, piranhas have captured the human imagination for centuries. Yet beyond the myths and dramatic stories lies a fascinating fish that plays a crucial role in one of the most complex ecosystems on Earth, the waters of the Amazon. The Amazon rainforest spans across several South American countries, with the largest portion in Brazil, and it is nourished by the immense Amazon River and its countless tributaries. These rivers flood seasonally, expanding into forests and creating a dynamic aquatic environment. The waters range from clear and fast-moving streams to murky, sediment-rich channels and dark black water rivers stained by decaying vegetation. It is within these warm, nutrient-rich waters that piranhas thrive. The seasonal flooding transforms forests into submerged landscapes, offering fish access to fruits, seeds, insects, and smaller aquatic animals. Piranhas have adapted perfectly to this ever-changing habitat, surviving in shallow creeks, deep channels, and flooded forests alike. What is a piranha? Piranhas belong to the family Serrasalmidae and are closely related to pacus and silver dollars. There are more than 30 species of piranhas, though only a handful are widely recognized. The most famous species is the red-bellied piranha, Pigocentrus natereri, known for its silvery body and striking reddish-orange belly. Most piranhas grow between 20 to 35 centimeters in length, although some species can reach up to 50 centimeters. Their bodies are laterally compressed, allowing them to move swiftly through the water. But their most distinctive feature is their teeth. Piranhas possess sharp triangular teeth that interlock perfectly like the blades of scissors. Combined with powerful jaw muscles, these teeth enable them to bite with surprising force for their size. Contrary to popular belief, not all piranhas are aggressive carnivores. Many species are omnivorous, feeding on fish, crustaceans, insects, fruits, and plant material. Some are even primarily herbivorous, consuming seeds and vegetation that fall into the water. The myth of the frenzied attack. Hollywood and sensational stories have shaped much of the world's perception of piranhas. Tales of entire herds of animals reduced to skeletons in minutes have been repeated for decades. While piranhas are capable predators, the reality is far more nuanced. In normal conditions, piranhas are cautious and often shy. They typically scavenge or feed on injured, weak, or dead animals rather than launching coordinated attacks on healthy prey. Feeding frenzies can occur, but this usually happens during times of extreme food scarcity, particularly in the dry season when water levels drop and fish are concentrated in smaller pools.